Have you ever spent nights replaying a moment in your head again and again, thinking about what you should have said or what someone else really meant by their silence? If yes, then this episode is for you. Welcome back to the No Topic Limit podcast, where we talk about real emotions, real stories, and the thoughts we don't usually say out loud. Today, we're ending something that quietly controls millions of minds every day: overthinking. Not just talking about it, but learning how to break it.
In our first episode, we talked about life, how we sometimes make it harder with our own thoughts. Then, in the second, we went deeper into relationships, how love, silence, and fear can all become the roots of overthinking. And now, in this final part, we're not talking about the problem anymore. We're finding peace within ourselves.
Because peace doesn't come from control. It comes from letting go.
Overthinking is not weakness. It's protection. It's your mind trying to prepare you, to predict pain before it happens. But the truth is, most of the time, that pain never comes. We create stories in our heads, build meanings from moments that didn't mean anything, and punish ourselves for things we never did wrong. Maybe they're ignoring me. Maybe I said something wrong. Maybe I'm not enough. But what if they were just busy? What if the story was never what you thought? Our mind lies beautifully, and the longer we listen, the louder it gets. There comes a moment when you realize thinking more doesn't fix anything. It doesn't make people love you more. It doesn't erase your mistakes. It doesn't give you peace. It only steals your present, the laughter you could have had, the sleep you could have enjoyed, the peace that was already yours. Overthinking is like sitting in a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but takes you nowhere.
Let's talk about how to stop. Not someday, but today. Step 1, write it down. Don't let your thoughts live rent-free in your mind. When you write, your mind slows down. It becomes visible. Step 2, breathe. Sounds simple, but when you focus on your breath, you stop feeding your fears. Step 3, don't believe every thought. Not every thought deserves your attention. Some are just echoes of old pain. Let them fade. Step 4, control what you can. If it's in your power, act. If it's not, walk away. Step 5, shift your focus from what if to even if, from fear to faith. Because peace doesn't come from knowing everything. It comes from trusting that you'll be okay, even if you don't.
Overthinking ends the moment you forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for not knowing better before, for trusting too much, for staying quiet when your heart was loud. Forgive not to erase the past, but to free yourself from it. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means learning to stop letting those thoughts define you. You deserve to think kindly, especially about yourself.
So tonight, before you go to bed, instead of replaying the past, say this softly to yourself. I am done overthinking. I choose peace. I am not my thoughts. I am the silence beneath them. Because peace was never gone, you just stopped listening to it. And remember, life isn't as hard as we think. We just think too much about it. Thank you for being part of No Topic Limit podcast. Until next time, stay kind